Yo, what's good, y'all? We here. We kicking it. Man, your boy got the fro out. It's crazy. I gotta turn this down in my ear, like in my ears. It's a little loud, a little loud. But yo, what's good, y'all? I hope y'all are doing well on this fine. Is it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday. This fine Saturday afternoon. Speaking of, real quick, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't eaten all day. Like, I feel like I need to order some food real quick. I'm gonna do that in a little bit. But like, yo, we're gonna be watching some vids and stuff today. You know, some reactionary. Is that the word? Reactionary content. Yeah, because we just kind of chilling. You know, it's Saturday, so we just kind of vibing and shit. You know, I'm vibing with my fro. This is crazy, man. Y'all ain't seen the fro in a minute, dog. It's not even all the way like, I guess combed out or anything. It's crazy, which is a good thing because my hair would be like out here, and that's like, that's a look. That's a look. But yeah, I'm supposed to be getting it twisted like a couple days probably. But yo, I do want to watch the second half of the Elden Ring video. What was it? The one by Maxor. So we're gonna check that out. An incorrect summary of Elden Ring. Yeah, that's what we're gonna check out first.
Oh, with the Elden Ring shot.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all peeped the romantic extended Yu Yu Hakusho OST. Yo, Yu Yu Hakusho is fire, man. I started watching that probably about a month ago. I need to get back on it and go and finish it up because it's not super long. But I need to finish Yu Yu Hakusho, man, because that's a fire series, man. I didn't realize how good it was until I actually sat down and gave it a shot. Which is, you know, most things. That's how most things go. You know, you don't really give things a full attempt until you do. And then you're like, damn, I wish I went crazy with this initially. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna get my screen up real quick, guys. And we gonna get to it, man. We're just gonna vibe with it. And then we're gonna play some Valorant, I think that's what I put on the streams. That's what I'm gonna play. I'll probably give that like 2 or 3 games, and see where we're at. You know, I'm not very good, but you know, I've been trying to get better at the game. But yeah, that's what we'll do, man. That's the plan for today. I feel like it'll be cool. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna jump right into it. An incorrect summary of Elden Ring, The King and the Serpent. This is part 2 of what we watched. Yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before that.
Do not play this video in the dark. It is very scary.
Oh gosh.
The lands between. So beautiful. So tranquil.
Man, this guy
showed up.
Great,
Welcome
bro.
back, everyone, to Elden
Top
Ring,
tier.
one of the games of all time, featuring deep role-playing mechanics, riveting combat,
One of the games of all time.
games, happy wheels, and probably a story so convoluted that entire YouTube channels exist just to tell you about it. I do not know much about the lore, but I do know one thing. Malenia is definitely the Blade of Miquella. When we last left off, we had endured great pain and suffering in our quest to destroy the cast of Percy Jackson. But do not worry, the pain has only just begun. And if you somehow haven't seen the first part, then that's fine. I have also seen JoJo. So with the Elden Ring shattered and scattered among America's inbred dipshits, it's time to tear our way through enemies aplenty, attempt to find a girlfriend, almost impossible, and test the true strength of my hardware, because this will be our greatest challenge yet, and also the easiest challenge for the rest of the game.
Jeez, I'm trying to adjust my which one? It's alright, it's fine. Man, this guy's editing is crazy. Like, actually, I don't know if people peep like how god tier this editing is. It's just like really good. Oh jeez, hold on, we got an ad already. There you go.
Last time on Blatant Copyright Infringement Fair Use Edition, we struggled to take Grandpa off his life support with violence, delivered Garfield his precious lasagna, and finally convinced Joseph Hussein Biden to end it all with nuclear fire.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. Wow, that was a fucking crazy. I better fast travel to the third Impact Evangelion. We're moving at a real breakneck speed. You know, just when I was thinking this game can't possibly get bigger, it gets significantly bigger. I'm not sure if the developers are okay, especially since they're trapped in the same room as that man. It turns out nuclear weapons are a great way to excavate the Earth, and there are no long-term consequences, which means we've got an entirely new area to explore, hiding just beneath our feet. And no, we're not going to visit the Blue Man Group again. I still have the nightmares. Wait a second, this is Michigan. I need to leave as soon as possible.
Hello, traveler.
Ah, it's a woman.
I am possessed of 4 arms, and that is what tickles thy fancy?
Pringles can.
Art thou of no more brain than stone?
Can you speak English?
Can you throw yourself into a wood chipper? Listen, I have never seen a caucasoid run that fast. They kept yelling, "Go, white boy, go."
Okay.
I shall need thy help to run my errands.
May I ask why?
Caucasoid is
I'm
crazy.
going through a tunnel right now. Your signal is breaking up.
I apologize for that.
Bro, he's
I may not have known
peak.
at the time, but this was the beginning of an absolute rabbit hole, one that would lead me to dangerous and disturbing territory in the future. This shit makes Blaytown look like a playground. Welcome everyone to the Nether Fortress. It's 3 rooms long and filled with naked and hostile women, which is my preferred enemy. I've always wanted to be a police officer. This is just like my favorite Japanese anime, Kill the Cats. And if that's a little too intense for you, don't worry. There are dozens of skinwalkers waiting around every corner. Just knowing that makes me feel very comfortable. But my favorite enemy in the entire level is in fact myself. Me. I am the boss of the level.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Maxor here. We're out here going after Shadow Peter Pan. I'm forced to fight the only bitch that I trust. Gonna lay a fucking smackdown on Dark Link. This battle is a unique concept to say the least. It perfectly copies and uses your entire inventory. And yes, this does mean you can unequip your weapon and laugh at him for the whole fight. He literally cannot damage me in this state. Not that you would need it, because if there's anyone in the world who knows how to keep me down, it is myself. This boss's weakness is naked anime women. But overall, it was a great experience taking revenge upon the man who ruined my life.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, as a result of that battle, I have destroyed a part of myself. I have killed my artistic integrity. Hey guys, I built an entire torture chamber for animals in hardcore Minecraft, and if you want to see how I exterminate the innocent, stick around until I kill my son. I feel like if you showed this video to a Victorian child, he would die instantly. And speaking of dying, we've returned again to Jump Scare Junction. That's right, I lied to you. I give Dora the wrong directions. This area is an identical copy of the last time, complete with the same puzzle, the same enemies, and the exact same boss, but this time he's glowing, just like this video. Now don't get me wrong, I love beating Canadians to death, but why? Please do not subject me to more Canuckin boss torture. Now as for the rest of the area, it's pretty nice, you know, kinda short, introduces the brand new Sapient Sphere type enemy. That's okay though, I too have seen Steel Ball run, but what I really want to find is this knife, which is a surprise tool that will help us later. With this, I may now cause many kitchen nightmares. Let's go talk to someone who actually knows what's happening right now.
Yo, what's up, Steph? Yeah, we're watching him, dog.
Not you, though the
He's
alternative
peak.
isn't much better.
Hey, Tarnished.
Yeah, hi.
I see you've come to me with LondonBinKnife.png.
So you know what it is then?
No, but if you desire a refund, I must redirect you to Ronnie the Witch in her Karian call center. Only then can you rebate your purchase.
Oh, I've met Ronnie before. She's, interesting.
But I must warn you, Tarnished, the temptation of a blue gash is strong beyond belief. I too have felt the call of her puppet hands upon my tackle. Just imagine, Tarnished, what those 4 armpits must smell like.
I'm going to leave now. Welcome everyone to Horrors Beyond.
Bro, pause, dog. Like, yo, did I mention how peak this guy is, bro? Like, he's actually peak. Like, the editing, the references, everything, bro. Like, he's legit just like, bro. Like, I didn't even want to pause the video, bro. And we're only 5 minutes in, dog. Like, bro, I wish I could get to this point, dog. Like, I'm constantly working on my editing and I'm like trying to like get better, but like, yo, like this is beyond anything that I could even like fathom right now at my current skill. This is crazy, dog. Like, this is insane. And I don't know if like y'all realize, like, when you're editing like this, like for example, right? This first like 5 minutes of the video probably took him like 6 hours. Like, okay, I could be wrong, right? But I imagine, I'm thinking like 6 hours, right? Just for 5 minutes of the video. Like, that's crazy, dog. Maybe not 6, maybe like 3. Like, I don't know how good he is, but I mean, like, I do, but I don't know how like quick he is, right? But I'm just estimating that 5 minutes might have took like 6 hours. And we're just keeping it a stack. That just seems realistic to me, right? Like, Maybe 6 is a stretch, maybe 4. But like, yo, like that at least took him like 6 hours. Not even like talking about the actual playing the game, like which probably took hours and hours on top of hours to even do, and then to go around and edit it. Like, this is insane. Pretty sure it took months for this video to come out, so yeah, it was long. Yeah, like okay, I'm curious, right? I think I saw it. This was 7 months ago. Hold on, let's go to his channel, or better yet, I could probably do this in a. Yeah, let's just look up. All right, there. Oh, damn, that's the last one he did. Or my bad, it's not. Okay, Ultra Kill. I don't know if okay, we might have to check these out, bro, because these peak. All right, but look. So yeah, these were 2 months in between. Like there was like a 2-month time frame between these two videos. Like, I believe it, dog. I believe that's 2 months, 100%. Like, that's insane. Jesus, man.
The hands, as it were.
Bro, I'm trying to get like him,
Making
dog.
my way here was a treacherous affair. I had to dodge the magical artillery using my immense skill. This place, however, is anything but safe.
Then the voiceover, bro? Come on.
Department. You simply need to get through it, but you will lose a part of yourself. There are hands everywhere, in the ground, on the ceiling, and within my nightmares.
Because this is definitely his voice. This isn't like a bot or anything.
10% kind of remind me of myself in a really strange way. My name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm
even though it sounds like
old and making YouTube videos. As it turns out, the Queen of Caria going insane in Hogwarts had implications for the kingdom, and one of those implications, kind of slaps. You know, like a hand. I too would kill myself if I was written by J.K. Rowling. I can't even search for pictures because I keep getting this fucking echidna. Human Knuckles just makes it worse. Now, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, so after dealing with my Oni-chan and killing the only normal people for miles, the game just gives up and has us fight a ghost instead. I've always wanted to kill a white woman. Also, I'm available at this address. This fight is actually an iteration on the previous Tree Sentinel boss, so it's a really good thing that I beat him. You could say I have a lot of practice with the moveset. This time, however, we've got a copious amount of magic, even greater speed, and a horse ghost, which implies that there is a horse hell. Horses don't belong in the battlefield. They belong in the McDonald's menu. I can't even turn the bastard into glue anymore. This is just like George Orwell's Animal Farm. In summary, this boss is good, but nothing we haven't seen before or will see in 5 minutes. The magic earns her a really comfortable spot in B tier right next to herself, but that is a story for part 19. So for now, I'm just gonna send her to a farm upstate. By the way, I've played this game for 130 hours and haven't slotted a spell. Now, as a full metal consequence of my particular manslaughterito, we have finally unlocked Ronnie's Rise, and my favorite part of the game, Ningyo Romansu Shimureta. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the writing on this one. I just don't really care for the Blythe arc where he eats the classroom. But to get to that, we have to fight the most dangerous and powerful boss of them all. The
references are crazy, dog. Are we peeping? The Doki Doki Literature Club? Like, come on. Okay, alright, bro. Let me chill, dog.
Dogs. I don't even know why we try. The most powerful wizards can be found in a zoo. You know, at least he's gone. He has chosen peace. I guess all that's left to do now is enter Toyota High School, so I can finally live the love of my life.
How the fuck did you do that?
Do what?
Ohayo gozaimasu.
She says, her long hair swaying in the Among Us Morbius Among Us sus.
So, why are you here exactly?
Oh god, the game actually prompts you. I really gotta think about this one.
Tell you what, I'm also in the business of killing God. I want to restore the good old-fashioned values upon which we used to rely.
Is that a bad thing?
For you. Now, are you going to join or not?
Oh god, she doesn't know I'm a sub.
Wonderful. Your first mission is to kill my
She doesn't know I'm a
You
sub!
can find him inside his volcano.
Are you trying to kill me?
Don't come back until one of you is dead.
Well, I guess that's it. Time to take the elevator so I can talk to my sleep paralysis demon.
Greetings, Tarnished.
Oh god, not him.
It is I, Brian Dog, from Family Guy.
Please leave me alone.
I'm not really here right now, so please.
God damn it, it's an answer.
Wait. There's too much that just happened, bro. Pause, dog. This man, like, he takes no breaks, dog. Like, oh, this is crazy.
Please record your message.
Oh. My God. Made in heaven, bro.
Only I get a much
Dog.
cheaper. I save hundreds of dollars a month.
This man
By doing this
takes
once-
no breaks, dog.
Finally, it's time to continue playing the game. And to get to the aforementioned volcano, we must first ascend. We have to elevate our consciousness so I can have my date with Ronnie Senpai. Fortunately for us, there is an elevator. Thank God the Mountain of Death is wheelchair accessible. You just gotta watch out for the falling rocks. I'm beginning to get the impression that I'm not wanted here. So we enter the absurdly large elevator, custom built and designed for the new American male, and place our keys in the ignition like a sedan. Welcome every pony bazinga to the Altus Plateau, land of the fourth demigod and his magic treehouse. I originally meant to go to the volcano immediately, but this area is the world's biggest set of dangling keys. There are two paths we can take to traverse this area: the road of proper, upright civilization, or the forest of immaculate pain. You know, I did both of them, but this one is funnier. Welcome everyone to the Worm People Dimension, a region totally unique in how it decides to kill me. You see, the inhabitants have a special status effect called death, and the effect of death is that it kills you rather painfully, and there's quite a few of them. My favorite example is definitely Wormface, who is called that for no reason. All of his attacks are basically instant kills. I think it could be better to take the stealthy approach here. Hey guys, Maxor here, and today we're gonna be sneaking into Big Shell. Right, and you have to stop the Facebook algorithm. It's giving people pronouns. So after navigating the Impale Jail, or just teleporting past it, because you can do that, we continue exploring Bikini Bottom so I may find the maniac. Just don't turn around on the bridge, because he is there. So for the next part of our journey, we make our way to the Windmill Village, which is apparently a fun time. You know, I may be a fan of older women, but this is a bit much. These bitches really do be reenacting the plot of Midsummer in the local retirement center. Honestly, this area is pretty dope as long as you don't make them angry. Don't worry, women are very easy to calm down. So with our domestic situation now under control, we walk for 3 seconds until the boss just kind of approaches you, just like Dio and his stand. Welcome back everyone to the official IGN walkthrough, and today we're gonna be fighting Slenderman. Gotta collect those 8 pages. His attacks are fast, really fast, and his combos are longer than
I think I fought this dude.
If you ever think you're safe against this boss,
I kicked his ass.
This man goes harder than a police officer in the Black Sea. And to make things worse, we have a second phase which made me scream audibly. Finally, the spaghetti coat. I haven't really fought a boss that required an exorcist before.
I remember how I did it,
thankfully,
though.
the priest was better at the game than me, so that's not the last time we're going to see him, although I wish it was. So with Friedrich Fastbear once again confined to his pizzeria, we approach the fabled Gate of Healthy Eyeballs, and after being welcomed very nicely by the residents, we catch a glimpse of our next destination. The next destination hurts my eyes. All you have to know is that I really want to get there because I am a moth, and also this anime girl. Naturally, my first instinct was to head to the front door, like the feds outside my house, but these instincts were not correct. Also, some people say my videos are too fast, so here's a dog. So instead of whatever that is, we need to take the side route to get in. I have to skulk cantankerously towards my devilish deeds. But upon reaching the back rooms, we find that the way is blocked.
Too fast
by
is
the
crazy
dreaded,
too. This
most
video was like
powerful
30
enemy of
minutes.
the entire game. That's right, the copy-paste key is back, and this time he's tired of my shit. This battle is really difficult, not because the moveset is new, but because I have exhausted my horse jokes. To put this another way, he's tougher than my dad and hits harder than his belt. Not much is different this time around though, except for the damage. That is very new. This is just like my Redmi Note 11 Pro when I criticized the Chinese government. Overall though, this boss is a very cool reskin and a literal gatekeeper for the content ahead, which is why I decided to exploit him using my horse, just like the Mongols. Absolutely peak game design right here. I'm very impressed. One second, guys, I need to answer my phone. So, with the evil lies of capitalism out of the way, it's finally time to head inside. This is what we've been building up for 13 entire minutes. And when I got there, I was so taken aback by what I saw that I fell off a cliff and died. Great start. Welcome everyone to Listerine, Royal Capital, a land that pleases the eyes and destroys my ears. The sound of the Smurf Jamboree is fucking inescapable. We're gonna hear it for the rest of the level in the form of my tinnitus. Look at this shit, look how fucking big it is. And yes, we can visit all of that, the entire city. Do you see that dragon? You can climb it. These enemies, they can climb me when I am 6 feet under. Enter the buildings, peruse the streets, find new enemies and die to them. We've got a little bit of everything here in Portland, Oregon. This game is Dark Souls 4, 5, and fucking 6. So I ask again, are the developers okay? Do they sleep? So after our encounter with Band Class, we move throughout the city, becoming acquainted with its welcoming residents. And there are so many different paths that it's actually hard to talk about. You can go down the streets and die, go through the storm drain and be dragged to the depths of hell, where the Catholics go. Or you can go to the bad side of town and die to the exploding worm. I hesitate to call this a level because this is a goddamn experience. Just don't enter this innocuous well because you'll have to fight the poo and piss men. Seriously, this is an entire dungeon in and of itself, and it's more convoluted and confusing anything than a woman. I want to get off Mr. Miyazaki's wild ride. Please let me see my family. But that is a story for probably never, because it's guarded by the demigod of incest. I will have to deal with him later, preferably after he stops dealing with me. So once I finish up preening the garden and becoming one with the graveyard, we ascend to the next level of consciousness and begin making our way to the palace above. It's pretty beautiful, but I would suggest installing railings, because I am stupid. And also this anime. Speaking of which, here's the next boss. He just kind of appears there. Gotta fight Casper the Unfriendly Piss. Now, I could get into this boss, maybe talk about how he helped my insides experience fresh air, but he is very phoned in, and we're going to get quite familiar with him later. And also, he has a stand, so that's how you know he's gay. Since
He has a stand, so that's how you know he's
gay. We're just gonna forget that he exists. Maybe should have done that during the fight. So all that's left to do now is get into the giant tree so I can finally kill God. I've always had a grudge against that guy. After all, he made the British Isles, and some crimes cannot be forgiven. Ah, if it isn't my old friend, the Tarnished who gets no bitches and stacks no paper. How are you alive exactly? How are you still single? Once I called the demigod's family, but that was before I became racist. Though your tenacity deserves praise, it is for naught. For I have never lost a debate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Cancel culture strikes again. Oh god, this fight is good. Like, really fucking good. I just didn't sign up to play Sekiro today. That quirked up white boy do be busting it down sexual style, and his secret is methamphetamine. This shit is fast. Very, very fast. Faster than a Genshin player's trajectory to prison. So fast that the hammer doesn't even wait for phase 2. They call him Home Depot DoorDash because he's delivering the tools straight to you. Also, yes, I can make his weapon change color at will. It's like a speed run for epileptics. But what makes this fight difficult is not just the speed, not just the mobility, and definitely not just the damage. Although there is a lot of that, but just how many fucking moves this man has, and all of them have different attack speeds, so have fun with that. This time around, we've got daggers, hammers, spears, a lot of swords, and a little bit of trolling. I remember when Dark Souls bosses were just an obese man, we were so young, but this does beg the question, why was Morgott just hanging out in front of Stormvale? Was he getting his groceries? Did he use a VPN? The only assumption I can make is that he just really hates you, and yeah, I can fucking feel that. I also hate me, so to come out on top, we've got to remain quick, brace the inside of our asshole, and to verify our online sources with correct documentation, because this is the hardest boss so far and the easiest boss for the rest of the game. So whether we're delivering pizza or attempting deicide, Morgott will bring you the Home Depot experience, whether you're ready or not, and the answer is usually not.
My god. I don't know if I can fight this dude again. Jesus.
That fight was the fucking bomb.
My god.
It was a hard-fought battle, but now it is time for me to claim my rightful throne. Fuck, I'm going to make God pay for this. All we have to do is go through the, Oh, this probably has an explanation, but something tells me I'm not going to like it. Oh well, time to go. My actual objective is worse than this. Much, much worse than this. So, yeah, that's great. Look, I need help getting into the glow stick tree. Do you have any shears?
Oh, why didn't you say so?
No reason in particular.
Nah, don't worry about him. He's, doing stretches. For the next 5,000 years.
What?
Anyways, you need to, burn the tree.
Excuse me?
You need to go to Giant Mountain and burn someone to death. I want that shit to look like a road flare.
You are scaring me.
The pain is immense. And
That's
without
crazy.
How about I just go kill Satan instead?
You cannot run from me.
Back when I started
That's
out being
crazy.
online, I was kinda worried about how to play.
Welcome everyone to the Mountain of Agony, both in the lore and in gameplay, but mostly gameplay. Home of the fifth demigod, Satan, literally just Satan, Lucifer, the big D, if you will, who has made his home inside of a literal volcano where he intends to commit blasphemy in peace. Just one problem, we gotta climb that shit ourselves, and the main way up is, a little bit linear. I call it the Habsburg family tree because this shit is a circle, one with a higher population of apes than Twitter.com. My favorite part was the horrifying darkness of my Appalachian camping trip. Something is after me, but I don't know what it is. Now don't get me wrong, there's still a lot to discover, but half of it is igneous rock, and what remains is a bit of special. Just gotta take out this enemy over here when suddenly bird jump scare. It feels a bit like every level collaborated to make this one. We've got people, monkeys, spastic robots, and you better believe that the hands are back. We even get to see the handyman himself. He's getting really out of hand this time. You could say that I have my hands full. This is hands down the stupidest joke in the video. So after climbing a little bit, 3 ladders in a row, we gaze over a cliff whereupon Patches just breaks my fucking skeleton. Guess I have to climb all the way back up. The top of the mountain is really fun though, especially when my computer decides to work. It's like Disneyland for Victorian peasants or just Yugoslav war criminals. I think Satan might be up to
Yo, what's up, Jared? Welcome, man.
After 3 days of assorted undersea mischief making, we finally
We're watching this Elden Ring.
But at that size, it's more like a volcano-gated community. Little did I know what I was getting into, starting with the red. Like all the flags this is giving me. I feel like I'm inside of a gaming PC. Maybe this one can give us more info.
Hello, Tarnished.
This dude's references are crazy, dog. Like, hold on, bro. Like, I feel like I've said this like 3 times already, but I just gotta say it one more time, and I swear I won't say it again. The level of editing, bro, and the knowledge of just random stuff, dog. Just like he has so many just random things in his head. Like, how do you remember all this type of, like, it's like, okay, so this is just like a side note, right? But like, I don't understand people like this. Like, I used to date this girl, right? In high school, and she was kind of like this, where like she had so many like random like pop culture references and like internet shit just in her head, to where like sometimes we'd be just talking and like she would just like randomly like bring up like this random thing from like 2012 or like 2010 when we were like literally like 8, 10, 9 or 10, something like that. We were young as shit, you feel me? And just bring it up randomly. I'm like, how do you even remember that? I barely remember that. I really didn't remember it until you kept talking about it. I'm like, I guess you just like accessed the inner like recesses of my mind, and now I'm remembering something I like haven't thought about since I was 8 years old. How do you just know all this stuff? Like, I don't understand people who can just remember all this type of shit, because maybe I'm just more into like this internet age than I think I am, but like I don't just randomly remember like memes and shit. Like, this is crazy, dog. Like, and to have all that in the like inner recesses of your mind and still have this god tier editing to where this entire video literally took 2 months to make, and hours upon hours in a day that you have to dedicate to the editing. Like, I'm telling you, these like sections of the video probably took him like, at this point, I'm believing probably like a week or two just to meditate and get all these random references together. And then to put it in the video, make it funny, and he's doing a voiceover, dog. And he's doing a voiceover. It's crazy, dog. Like, this is insane, bro. Oh my god. This is god tier editing, bro. God tier content creation.
Aren't we
all?
My
god.
Can I interest you in joining the forces of Satan? We offer coupons.
For what exactly?
Mostly funerals, but sometimes Tesco.
Well, you know what?
Bro,
I do
what?
want to attack God, and the moonlighting here is
my
sick as
god.
fuck. Where do I sign?
Oh, you don't sign. You kill.
What?
We crave innocent blood, traveler, and I expect a sufficient donation. After all, you are what you eat, and I am a child at heart.
I think I chose the wrong voice actor.
Hail Satan!
Well, I guess since I serve Satan now, my outfit needs to get a little edgier, and my weapons need to become...
And then he got the homies in the video, bro. This is crazy.
That these can peel. And as a fresh recruit to the Army of Darkness, I now have access to the office break room. It is surprisingly nice, so long as you avoid the souls of the damned. I do not care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes. Also, half my fellow demons have scoliosis, so let's just collect our first target, instead of talking to them. And if I'm going to kill the innocent, I might as well do it with some chill beatings by Dr. Dre to relax and study to.
Oh my god. Insanity. Max Hurt might as well be like Be the Smash Bros of YouTube. Everyone is here and shit.
I think we might be the bad guys.
Honestly, bro, everyone is here, dog. That's crazy.
Traveler. You have proven yourself my finest sin.
My sins are unforgivable.
You get to meet Satan now.
Oh, what's the occasion?
Dinner.
Can I leave now?
Have fun.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Everyone is
Satan.
here.
Did you fall from heaven? I don't think he liked that one. Hey guys, Maxor here, and today we're gonna be trapped in hell. Yeah, so turns out war crimes and orgies are sins. Don't ask. So now that we're in hell, I get to meet all of my favorite heroes, such as Ronald Reagan, and also all the landlords that Mao killed. But to navigate this new landscape of fire and brimstone, we must venture into the many circles of hell, each one complete with their own trials and punishments, but mostly punishments. Now as for me, I was sent to the Circle of Greed for
the Godskin duel,
and my punishment is continuing to
I haven't even fought it yet. I gotta get through this game, dog. I feel like my goal is gonna be finishing Elden Ring this year. Because I didn't do it last year. I gotta do it this year.
You know, I'm a really big fan of Sugma Kokomi. Boy, I sure do love being surrounded by women. Genshin Impact video very soon. Just gotta turn this corner and why is he just standing there? Well, I'm sure he won't be bothering me anytime later. Oh my god, it's him, the Caprese Demon. Now for our next stop in every Denny's ever made, we're heading into Hell's Assisted Living Center, which is filled with unbaptized infants and the disabled. It was at this moment that I knew I was not being punished, but that I was the punishment. Also, Jesus Christ, this is darker than Ethiopia. After which, we find ourselves in the Circle of Gluttony, because the residents are a bit sluggish. I know, very funny stuff. It's time for some fun volcano facts with Maxor. Did you know that lava cannot hurt you as long as you are backstepping? Try to do it in real life. Actually, at this point, the lava is more of a suggestion. Summer enjoyers be like, at least there be no snow. Oh boy, I sure do love taking a walk in the great state of Arizona. So after we're finished navigating the, kinky neighborhood, we head into the next circle of hell, the heresy, which is accessed when I pull a bridge out of the room temperature lava. This is where God puts all the papists after being dragged into the storm drain. Their Sisyphean punishment is that they have to get laid on Gmail. Delete every other website. You have to fuck and suck on Gmail. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be attending mass to steal the wine. Hey guys, welcome back to my 600-pound death, and on today's episode, we're going to be fighting the skinniest Reddit mod. This is not what I meant when I said I wanted jiggle physics. I think this boss may have had a few too many, communion wafers. How many of those do you have to eat before it's considered one entire Jesus? This is your body broken for me. Now, unlike the other foreskin brother, the absolute girth of this man might make you think we're in for a slower fight, but you are wrong. That would make the game easier. He is even faster than that, and that just makes me go from depressed to impressed. And just like last time, his second phase is absolute body horror. Genuinely just the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Please consult your doctor before engaging in any Nikocado maxing. I think that,
oh my god!
I think I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes. Finally, the bloated design. Body positivity. No, I have body negativity. Also, holy shit, this music goes hard. This is an absolutely inappropriate boss theme for the inside of a Walmart. I think it's about time that we shave off some of that excess skin. Come on, do it. Give me your skin. If you aren't comfortable in your own flesh, you should pull it off. So now that I've officially shot Biggie Biggs, we can finally grab the, and continue on our route towards the average Californian summer. Me being sent to hell, they forgot to take my Bluetooth speaker away. That's right, we're finally here, the heart of the beast, home of deceitful serpents and their evil minions. You know, Washington. Also, more ladders, but honestly it's a bit easy to get lost in here. Personally though, I don't think there's much here that we haven't already talked about besides the Egged One, just your standard committee of child skinners.
Bro, my god.
So we're just gonna teleport straight to the boss, which is the actual way you do it because of the reasons.
Bro, it hasn't even felt like 30
right,
minutes,
Satan,
bro. We were shooting 30 minutes just watching this.
Now prepare to feel my... Oh, wait a second.
Oh my god.
Welcome everyone to Doom Internalizing My Abuse, and today we're going to be fighting the we're going to Google how to kill him, because as it turns out, the reptile exhibit is in need of some heavy ordnance, of which I am an expert. The Serpent Hunter is, and I quote, on some anime shit, a weapon of mass destruction specifically built to kill just snakes, you know, like a secretary bird. It's also, 3 feet from the entrance. That's like giving chocolate out in a dog pound. God may give me his toughest battles, but so too do we get his largest gun. We just went from Storm Ruler to Storm Meter Stick. This fight is the coolest shit I've ever seen. It is so satisfying to use this weapon, and the damage is absolutely biblical. My favorite part was when Cain beat his brother to death with a rock. The only drawback is that you are too strong, and dodging him is a little easy because the snake will signal every attack by pogging. But if I had to choose a boss to be easy, this one is pretty fucking up there. And trust me, I know about fucking up. Just ask the war crime trials. I have something to admit, guys. I didn't really kill anyone in the war. I only kill people like you, tomorrow. But as for this boss, his difficulty does not get in the way of the fun, of which there is plenty. I think the best attack is the one where he slimes me at the Kids' Choice Awards. Plus, I am always down for animal abuse, especially after the animal abuses me. So with that out of the way, I think it's about time that we graduate this noodle from endangered to extinct.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus, aren't you dramatic?
Demigod of Mount Gelmir, number 15, Praetor Rykard.
Huh?
It appears that you are trying to cut off my pet snake, so in return, I will now cut off yours.
Bro, what?
The last thing you want on your journey to hell is to join the Serpent King as family, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Oh my fucking god, it's finally him. It's Satan. I'm your biggest fan. Oh, welcome everyone to the second phase of life, also known as death, and today we're going to be fighting the human centipede along with everyone he's ever consumed. That's right, this entire time, we're participating in the world's most complicated buffet. Not to mention, I'm carrying the souls of 4 entire demigods, so I just delivered Rykard his fucking pizza. But if you want to get eating, first you have to get eaten. Buy an immortal snake and live on him like a tumor. That's called making a deal. Now as for the gameplay, it's a little intense, you know, kind of
not actually him, sadly.
Because this boss, on top of his normal moveset, can use every snake attack, just like Metal Gear Solid. But that isn't even the dangerous part. That happens when he unleashes the 50 goddamn explosive skulls at the loudest possible volume and then dips my screen into a vat of hot oil.
Dog, I feel like I'm spoiling myself watching this, but like I'm just like, bro, it's such a good video, man. Good series, man. That would have shook me though. I'm like, bro, I just beat the first half, dog. Ain't no way.
Still, this battle is not about that. It is all about the spectacle, the weaponry, and of course the violence. It is a gimmick fight done absolutely correct, even if it hurts my eyes a bit. But if this fight gets one thing right, it is definitely style. And while this battle may be long, you know, like a cat, goddamn does it deliver.
Jeez. This is a cool ass fight, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably hard as shit. This is probably hard as shit, but this seems like this is a cool ass fight, though. Oh my god, this is a cool ass fight. Jeez, man.
You two are a match.
That's a fire ass fight. Dude, I'm spoiling myself and I don't have the game. Bro, still.
So, I might have killed Satan.
You fucking what?
Yeah, so, where did she go? Oh. She's eating what?
Hey, yo! You're lying! Bro! Yo, what? You're lying! That's what happens? Bro, this game is insane, dog. And that's the end? Dog, oh my god. Dog, I wish there was a part 3, man. Is he gonna come back? It's been 7 months, though. I guess he's not coming back with part 3. I would hope so, man. Jeez. This is peak, man. This is peak, bro. Dog. Maxor is peak. And there's not a part 3, bro. He has to come back with part 3, man. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. Oh, man. Community? Oh, is this it right here? Is this Elden Ring? That doesn't look like it. Maybe it's Elden Ring. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I really don't. Or this isn't it. Jeez, bro, I have no idea. Is that what that is? My God. Yo, jeez, Doug. It's gotta come, bro. Jeez, man. It's gotta come. It's gotta come. Yo, this is peak, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maxor's peak. Shout out to Maxor, man. Alright, real quick, before we watch the next video. I want to order some food real quick, Doug. Cause I'm a hungry, Doug. Hold on, let me cause I don't really feel like cooking. I have something in there I could cook, but like, I would have had to do that earlier. No, I wasn't trying to do that. Let me just order some. I want to order something quick. Oh, this might be a good move. Maybe I get Subway. That might be peak. I get Subway. Delivery is only 18 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Cause I am hungry, Doug. What type of sub should I get, man? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I want. Let's see. What's the outlaw? Yo, Steph, when's the last time you had Subway, man? Cause I don't know what I want. Like months, yeah. Last time I had Subway, I was in high school. That's been like 3 years. Well, actually longer than that. This is way longer than that. Cause I'm almost 21. Even then, I hadn't had Subway since before then because we had a Subway in the like plaza next to the school. I think the last time I was actually physically at my high school was when I was a junior. So, yeah, my junior year. That's a long time. Even then, there's no guarantee I even got Subway as a junior. I might have got it as a sophomore. I remember probably eating Subway more as a sophomore. It's been years. I think I'm going to get... Should I get the chicken bacon ranch or the buffalo chicken? Chicken bacon ranch sounds really good. I think I might do that. But the buffalo chicken, bro. Steph, what would you get? Buffalo? I'm thinking that too. Honestly. I'm gonna look at them. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the buffalo chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna get the buffalo chicken. All right, we're gonna get a foot long. Italian urban cheese, toasted. I'll do pepper jack. Let's do lettuce, tomatoes, black olives, and I think that's it. I don't want any cucumbers. All right. We get some. I'm gonna add some honey mustard to it. That might be kind of crazy, but I'm gonna do it. Add some honey mustard. Screw it, oil and vinegar too. Why not? Why not? We're gonna go all out with the sauces. Black pepper, salt, oregano, and Parmesan cheese. This is gonna be a fat ass sub, dog. This is the fat ass sub. Let's see. So I want a cookie. I want a cookie, bro. I'm getting a cookie. And you can't go wrong with the. Oh, actually, screw the cookie. I'm gonna get the sun chips, bro. Yeah, we're gonna get the sun chips. And then we can't forget the bev, bro. The bev. All right, bet. Bet. Let's go. All right. Bro, how did it become 29 to 39 minutes, dog? It just said 20. All right, screw it, bro. Whatever. Whatever, bro. I want my sub now, so I don't even care to change it. I don't even care. All right. Don't you love it when you know food's on the way and your stomach calms down? That's what just happened. As soon as I, put the order in, my stomach started calming down. So now I can wait. Now, I'm prepared to wait. I guess 30 fucking minutes for my sub. Alrighty. It said it's gonna be here at 3:49, between 3:49 and 3:59. Okay. All right, let's continue, guys. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna watch our next video. Shout out to Maxor. I'm not subscribed. Let me subscribe real quick to Maxor because he's peak. He's peak. All right. So this next video is another Elden Ring video because why not? I don't think it's very long. But I remember this guy. Oh, actually, no. I don't want to watch this one right now. Let's watch another one. We'll watch that one later. Maybe we'll watch that another day. Because I feel like we've done a lot of Elden Ring for 30 minutes. Let's watch something else. Let's do. This one. There you go, this one. So I saw this. It's if Squidward got everything he ever wanted. I saw this on Instagram, and I didn't watch all of it because I saw the YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, we gotta watch this on the channel. We gotta live react to this. All right, so this is if Squidward got everything he ever wanted. It looks super interesting, so we're gonna watch it. Let's go. Oh God, see how it's starting? Oh God. Ayo?
I always wondered, how can so much talent go unrecognized?
Get back to work.
Ayo?
But then I realized fame, fortune.
Damn, bro.
It isn't just handed to you. You have to take it.
Hey, yo! What a season!
You know, I like a squid that takes charge.
Not the love interest. Hey, yo! Wait. Was that necessary, bro? Wait a minute. Was that necessary? Hold on, dog. You can't tell me this was necessary.
Mr. Squidward, please.
Oh shit.
Well, we do need a replacement.
Take a bow, kid.
Oh nah, bro. Oh nah, bro. Nah, you said I got plenty of bitches now. I don't need you no more. Oh nah. He said I got the pick of the litter. Bro, pause, what? He OD'd on the Krabby Patties? He OD'd?
I can't even recognize you.
Our top story tonight, recent skeletal remains found are confirmed to be that of Squilliam Dancy Son.
Oh nah. Tentacles.
Special thanks to Jay Schlatt, Harmony Yells, Narmac, 24 Frames, and Nick.
Oh, yo, that's I go lie. That was fire.
Thanks to Diego Leal for scoring the music, via Vinky for the background art, and Dave Cape Jaws for this.
That was fire.
Goodbye.
Shout out. That was he. I go lie. That's crazy though. That was that. I go lie. That suck. That suck was unnecessary. I ain't gonna lie. That was unnecessary. Yeah. Crazy. I do got two other ones though. You know, we're not gonna. Yeah. Here we go. There you go. They're in my watch later already. So let's get it.
Without the Google Career Certificate.
I can close that one.
Oh, that's my job.
Oh man.
Guys, look
These
what
I just saw looking at his channel.
I found him right outside.
Hold on. All right, bet. So I think this one is I don't know if you guys know that show that came out, the Velma show, where there's the black Velma and you got I guess Black Shaggy too, Asian Daphne or something like that, and just white guy Fred. I haven't seen the show yet, but from what I heard, the show is like atrocious. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but let's see, man.
Guys, look what I got.
I found him right outside.
Norville, that dog is big and brown, which is the exact opposite of Fred's tiny white dog.
My God. Why are they playing my dog like that?
Is something wrong?
Yeah, you don't look too good. I need some air!
Oh nah, what are we doing?
I didn't think it happened so soon. It's getting worse.
Hey, yo, did he just stand up?
I love you. You know that, right? I love all of you. But I don't understand why you keep remembering. We'd go solving mysteries together. It was simple.
Hey, yo?
Fun. But you started overcomplicating things.
You know, I never really thought of it before, but why can Scooby talk?
Now that you mention it, it is a bit odd.
Yeah, like, what's up with that, man?
Jeepers, Velma, you might be onto something.
And suddenly...
What?
The fun was over. So I took what remained, and I rebuilt you. I rebuilt the world, and we were back to our classic adventures.
Oh, nah,
You
bro.
started to remember. Again, and again, and again. I just want what we once had. Yet each time I capture less of your essence. This being my most flawed world yet.
Flawed? But
That's
we're mega
crazy.
now.
Ugh. Never the matter. I'll get it right. Next time.
Hey, yo!
Please don't run. I don't like to
Hey, yo! Yo! That's crazy. Yo, what's good, Joe? I'm gonna call you Amina? Something like that's what we're gonna go with. Welcome to the stream. Yo, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy, dog. Oh man, alright, now we gotta watch the KSI one, man. Let's go.
Look.
That's
The thing
insane.
I'm obsessed with most about Curology is the
Jeez.
But first, this video is brought to you by Opera GX.
Oh, we got the ad. Alright, I go lie. We gotta support the creators. We're gonna watch the Opera GX ad. I think I have Opera GX on my computer. I just don't use it. People said I should. Oh no, look at the green. The green on my green screen. Crazy.
And network resource limitations, so Opera never gets in the way of music, videos, or
Okay,
gaming.
here we
There's
go
also
again.
a mobile version, by the way, for 7 stars, baby. And if you use my link, you'll get access to an extra section of all my recent uploads in the GX corner. So
My
go
God.
download Opera GX for
Dog.
free. Try it out. You won't regret
The
it.
suck
Link
was
in the
unnecessary, bro. It was so unnecessary.
最初から俺はいなかった。だが、時間が経つにつれて、俺の存在が育ってくる。
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
俺たちを進化させ、より良くなるために。君が成長した旅に、俺も成長した。君が迷った時に、俺が導いた。
Hey, yo.
JJ だけで妥協しない。もっと上の存在になれる。俺たちは悪夢を歓迎する者。地獄なんぞ天国に帰る。俺たちは止まらない。別の次元に生きている。俺たちは賢い。俺たちは強い。俺たちは正義だ。
Asia, you've been missing Sidemen shoots.
Oh no, not speed!
I can't. Not them. 大丈夫だ。俺の言った通り、君が迷った時は、俺が導いてやる。
Oh no, that's crazy. Yo, what?
進化を止めてはいけない。誰が道を防ごうとしても、俺たちは超えるんだ。
Hey, yo!
経営さえは超えるんだ。俺たちは世界をビビらせてやる。経営さえ世界をビビらせて。
Yo, bro, how does he think of this shit, dog? That's insane, dog. Avocado Animations, bro. Shout out, dog. Damn, yo. All right, man. So those are the main ones I had, man. Hold on.
So there's been.
Okay, cool. So we did avocado. What else do we got? What else do we got? What else do we got? Oh, okay. So there's this game, right? Steph knows what game I'm about to bring up. But I wanted to watch this video, just to see if, you know, there was something in it that would make me understand why, I'm so addicted to it, addicted to the idea of it, and why I want to play it so bad. It's a little game called Darker and Darker. So there's this video about what makes Darker and Darker so good, and why anyone who's never played the game should play it, even though it's not around right now. So yeah. I think the beta, or the next early access test comes out in, it comes out in, what you call it, April? I think they said April something. So that's in another, like, 2 months, but, you know, it is what it is.
A new game, all the rage.
But I was playing on this a lot, and I was gonna stream it, but it went away before I could get to it.
Janky, but really, really good. It's been eating up most of my free time over this past week, and seems kind of to be a shining example of indie design done right. Every so often, we'll see a small studio come up.
Oh, my food is almost here. Peak.
Perfect mix of elements to create something that feels fresh and novel, even if it is just a slightly new combination of existing ideas, which Dark and Darker is. I think the best way I could describe it would be, imagine if you took the wonky combat and movement of Morrowind around.
Oh nah, Steph. I'm just calling you a bot. Oh, that's tough.
Dark, dangerous, and heavily Dungeons and Dragons inspired world. That, in a nutshell, is Dark and Darker. Also, no coincidence that the abbreviation for Dark and Darker is D&D, wearing the influence on their sleeve.
And real quick, so like just that tidbit, right? that the abbreviation of Dark and Darker is the same as Dungeons and Dragons. Like I feel like that was like that was so intentional. Like and that's part of why I think a lot of people like it, because it's almost as if you're taking the idea of Dark and Darker, or like that, my bad, Dungeons and Dragons, and then actualizing it like in a form that you can like physically interact with beyond just like, you know, when you're playing D&D, it's mostly just your imagination. I think that's what is part of why this game is like so good and like so engaging, at least like for me, right? Like this game is so just like intricate and cool, and it's just like that aesthetic. I feel like just it's easier to like get into it, right? That's tough stuff. Almond is really calling you a bot, man. Oh man.
It's for good reason. To me, this game delivers.
I would have thought you were a bot.
In my head when someone first described Dungeons and Dragons, not in the literal sense, like not the actual tabletop game and rolling the dice and telling a story. No, it's not that, but more so the picture that painted of an adventure through a dark dungeon that's full of
exactly what I just said. That's
traps,
crazy.
Deadly creatures and other players, all in the search of loot. Dark and Darker really delivers that dungeon diving fantasy. They do a great job of it. So it all starts with the process of selecting a character. Currently, there are 6 in the game. They are the fighter, barbarian.
I think my favorite to play was the rogue, but I also didn't try the wizard. Or yeah, I think I only didn't try the wizard. The rogue is a lot of fun though.
Most weapons and armor.
I just wish Steph, you know, me and Steph played it. I wish Steph could, did better. You know, I wish he was a better teammate that, you know, could hold it down for the party, our party of 2, which is really just us. I feel like we needed another member. But nah, bro, like the classes, man, that's another piece. Like, man, so good, bro. Like the rogue is probably the most fun to me. I heard the wizard is just OP as shit, especially in a team situation. Peak. Of course, if Steph could, like, you know, freaking hit his shots as a ranger, I think we would have done better. But you know, that's neither here or there. That's neither here or there.
He's very gear dependent, pretty weak early on, and he has no spells that he can cast. Or take the ranger, who's quick with bows, is able to track enemy footsteps.
What are you talking about? 100K likes to sell. I hope so. You know, I would like to get there.
Damage, meaning they can be in a bit of trouble if you get up close to them. And then there's the wizard, can cast powerful spells and meditate to refresh those, but has very slow interaction speed, so that means things like opening doors, which is pretty vital, and has low health and low physical damage. And the remaining 3 classes have their similar strengths and weaknesses, although there is some...
I also saw some crazy shit with the wizard, where like the wizard was legit like taking out whole parties with the chain lightning or something. It's crazy.
Which is pretty crazy for a game that has become so popular so very quickly. Now, since I've been playing mostly solo, I started out with the rogue. I assumed that was the best bet. They got stealth after all. But later on, I ended up spending much more time with the wizard and ranger. And while I like all of them for different reasons, I felt like I've had the most success solo, sneaking, being stealthy, dealing with groups of other players, and dealing with the PvE on the ranger and the wizard. It hasn't been as successful for me, at least on the rogue. But rogues are very strong. In fact, I think solo rogues right now are topping the kill leaderboards that they have in the game. So
I felt like I dropped something and I can't find what I
just
dropped.
Personally have had way more success going in and solo extracting as a ranger and or the wizard. A lot more fun with the wizard. They're a lot more technical. It's kind of crazy already. I can just see that there's going to be a very, very high skill cap for wizard players, because already we're seeing crazy outmaneuver plays with haste and invisibility, sneaking around, and then like fireballing and chain lightning in groups of entire groups of players. It's crazy stuff. Lots of interesting tech and maneuverability, even with what is a relatively simple and even janky, I would call it, combat system. In fact, I think the game's combat is going to be one of the things that pushes the most people away, because so much else around the edges is very, very strong. But the combat, I mean, yeah, it literally reminds me of like playing Morrowind. It is that kind of combat system. Very simple, very basic, and bare bones.
Morrowind, 100%.
It gets the job done as far as I'm concerned. So after After creating a character, your next step is to actually select your skills. Every single class has a handful of these, of which you can pick to have 2. So on my ranger, for example, I've been using the field ration, which is a health recovery skill with 3 charges, and quick shot, which fires 3 arrows in quick succession. Both are really strong abilities, and I've enjoyed them for soloing, but I also have access to a multi-shot, a quick fire ability, and the true shot skill, and all of them are viable.
Are you paying attention stuff? This is what you needed to know.
After you pick your 2 active skills,
that's what you needed to know when you played.
These are basically passive buffs that will enhance your attacks, your abilities, and your various spells. Every class looks to have about 9 or 10 of these perks in total, and when you first make your very first character of a class, you will get to pick one of them, and then once you play the game and level up, you hit levels 5, 10, and 15, you can then unlock 3 more passive slots for a total of 4 slots. So
oh, and like that was another thing. Wait, real quick, my food just got here. I'm gonna be right back. And then I'm gonna hold my thought. Well, I'm gonna just tell you that's another thing that was cool about this. Like, I feel like that might be part of why it's so engaging as well, as like the idea, like when you start the game, you start at level 1, right? And everybody else is probably like is or probably is and can be higher level than you, at least like in this current state of the game, right? So when you get into lobbies, at least until I imagine they do like maybe like a skill-based matchmaking or whatever, like what's cool about it and what makes it so engaging to me at least is like the idea that you start at level 1, and even if you don't like escape the dungeon, right, your first attempt, eventually you probably will, right, as you like, you know, get better and better at the game and learn the area and stuff. And then there's still that element of you're still rewarded for even trying. And I think that's what's cool. Like for me, like when I was playing the rogue, just being able to level up my character, I think the highest I got was like level 6. Even though I only escaped the dungeon once in like my 3 days of playing the game, it was cool to have at least that form of progression of like, oh dang, I survived a lot longer this time. Even with my solo play, like I was surviving a lot longer this time. I was finding like when to take fights and when not to take fights. Like that was just really cool for me, and I think that's also part of why it's so engaging. On top of the fact that like once you start unlocking perk spots or perk slots and like different skills and stuff like that, and learning like the combos and like the nuances, like I think that's what makes this really cool. The fact that there's like obviously like a lot of thought being put into the system. And like there's gonna be like for the pros and the people that are really like in depth, like they know like, oh, this and that is gonna pair well together or whatever it is. But there's also just like such a low barrier of entry that anybody can just jump in and just understand the premise of the game and just be engaged with it and keep wanting to play it. Like that's what is so like cool about this game. And the fact that it's in early access is even crazier because now like it keeps going away and like damn, I like that's an experience that we haven't had in gaming in a while, and now it's like, damn, like, every time it goes away, you're like, I wish I could play this game. I can't wait till it releases, like, in its full entirety. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I hate that I have to wait till April. I hate it, because this is the game this is, like, the only game I've been thinking about. Like, I've been playing other things, so I'm just like, man, I can't wait till Darker and Darker comes back. Or Darker and Darker. I keep saying Darker and Darker. But Darker and Darker comes back because, yo, like, I'm about to go in. Like, and I only got, like, a small taste of it because I was, like, playing it the last 3 days of the early access. So it's crazy. But, yo, real quick, let me go get my food. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Cool. I got my Subway. Fire. Oh yeah, I can't even see it. There you go. Fire. The receipt's in the way now. Fire. Anyway. Oh, it's green. Oh, guys really can't see it because of the green. All right. Anyway. Didn't even see those when I was playing. Good to know, I guess. Yeah. Come on, Seth, bro. Come on. You're the sweat. First of all, you should know. You know, these games all have nuances. Every game I play has nuances. You should know this by now. Come on, bro. Come on. Yo, let me get this out, then I'm gonna continue the video. But I'm hungry as shit, dog. Like, I am so hungry. All right, bet. And like, I had to get it bottled, so I just got a Coke. You know, not exactly what I wanted, but you know, we'll take it since I had to get it bottled. What you mean? Nah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Peak. Can't go wrong with a Coke every once in a while. I don't have Coke like that often, but when I do, fire. Anyway, I gotta get this thing out, bro. Oh my god. I gotta get it wrapped up in a good situation so I still have access to the keyboard. Alright, we can continue.
On my Ranger, I picked the perks that increase headshot damage, bow draw speed, attack
I'm gonna mute
power,
myself a little bit.
move speed, but sometimes I'll swap those for some of my other options. Like I've got the option to see recent player footsteps or lay traps faster. I can increase my hearing distance. Lots of really cool, interesting abilities. And it does seem that even within the confines of each class, where while each class has their very specific strengths and weaknesses and they fill certain roles, between selecting what 2 active skills you want and then the 9 to 10 total passives depending on which 4 you select, there does seem to be a bit of variety to cater to different parts of the strengths of each of the classes, if that makes sense. It just seems like multiple builds are viable depending on what you're trying to do. If you're focusing on PvE, if you're focusing on being sneaky, if you're focusing on PvP or trying to take out groups versus single target, there does seem to be a bit of variety. And that isn't even accounting for some further customization that looks to be coming in the game in the form of a skill tree. It's just not in the current iteration as we currently sit on playtest number 3. But yes,
I'm really excited for the
is clearly in the works.
the training tree or whatever it's called.
For it. Okay, so you've picked your class.
That's gonna be really cool to see how that works too.
To start out, now it's time to actually begin dungeon diving. So you queue for a match. You will quickly get put into a lobby where it matches you with the rest of the players to fill up 16 total per round, and then you are spawned in.
It's an ad.
And this is where the fun begins. Now, I would say that there
Indeed.
are 2 main things that make a Dark and Darker appealing. 1, everything can kill you, and 2, the game tells you absolutely nothing. They are very, very
literally everything can kill you, bro.
Hands-off kind of approach with this.
Literally
game.
everything.
It's really what has made the experience of going through
like floor traps, wall traps, mimic chest. That's not even including all the monsters. We got killed by bats. We got killed by skeletons. We got killed by wraiths. We got killed by mages. Seth, what else did we get killed by? We got killed by so much. Other players. Of the 6 different classes. What else did we get killed by? Damn it, what else we got killed by something else, I feel like. We never encountered a boss room. Thank God we never encountered a boss room. And we never went deeper into the dungeon. I think we only escaped once. Oh, the storm can kill you? Like, there's so much that can kill you in this game. It is ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Oh, the poison beat, or like little monsters or whatever, that expel the poison cloud at you and you have to dodge it. Bro, there's so much in this game that can kill you. It's ridiculous.
Learning and getting better, it's made that so much more enjoyable. So when you first spawn in to the start of a match, you will be in a small cell. This will be located on the edge of one of the game's 3 maps. There are 3 layouts essentially. Nothing is procedural here. Not only are the layouts of each of the maps static, but also the location of
the freaking axe things,
the enemy spawns,
swinging axes,
bosses, all of that. You can learn it basically. It is a map that with enough experience you will learn. There are just 3 of these on rotation. So the room you spawn in has a single point of exit, and this will be a door leading into the adjacent room, and that room will contain any number of things depending on where you spawned in. Many times there will be a few basic enemies from skeletons, spiders, skull bats, zombies, and maybe even a few traps like floor spikes or wall spikes.
And a little skull bats.
Chest, keep an eye out for those. And the objective is simple: find a loot, survive, and extract. The problem is with that middle part. Survival is hard. Most players, in fact, die to their very first room that has enemies in it. I know I sure did. On my first playthrough, I stumbled into this open area. I saw some loot on the ground. I walk over, and then all of a sudden, a few zombies just rise up out of the ground.
And the fact that there's no health bar on these things either.
At me, and then this big wraith swoops in, and I was dead.
Could you believe how much, like, bro, that health bar would help so much. And they don't have a health bar, so you don't know if you're close to killing them or not. That's the scariest part about it.
Traps will kill you, basic monsters will kill you, poison clouds and wasp will kill you, arrows from archers will kill you, the various elite enemies like wraiths, skeletal captains, and everything on floors 2 and 3, those will kill you. And then of course there are other players. They are going to kill you as well. You'll get backstabbed by a rogue, shot in the face by a ranger from across the room, or maybe even through a hole in the door. A barbarian will smash down a wall and 2-shot you with their axe. Invisible wizards will mow you down with their machine gun arcane missiles, or maybe they'll do chain lightning, or maybe a fireball. Lots of ways wizards can kill you very quickly.
Yeah, but it's a bit more fun that way. Oh yeah, of course.
Often.
100%.
That is the name of the game. And the thrill of the whole
That's
thing,
the greatest
though,
thing
is
ever.
navigating through that, hiding, sneaking around, collecting your loot,
It's
and
so
even
fun.
doing some killing yourself. And to do so, that basically requires paying close attention. That means paying attention to the environment, seeing if there are any doors open, any torches that are out, which normally shouldn't be, which means a player has doused it essentially, but mostly by listening. This is definitely one of those games, like a lot of the extraction looter games, that puts an extreme emphasis on audio cues. You're gonna want headphones.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna want this cranked up as loud as possible. If you don't have
Listening to the game
headphones,
is like
honestly,
peak.
if you're playing with the sound off, you're just putting yourself at a severe disadvantage. Obviously, there is the sound of player footsteps.
So the
that
wizard is
could
cool
be
as
a
shit,
giveaway.
dog. You see this,
The
bro?
sound of
Can
opening
enchant their
and
swords and
closing
shit or their
doors,
weapons?
the sound of monsters
That's crazy.
chasing something. You'll learn what that
Literally
sounds
has a
like, which
flame
means
sword.
There is a player, something that the monsters are chasing. The sounds of torches going in and out. The sounds of players queuing up their different attacks or raising their shields, walking and running. Everything makes a sound. Those sounds are unique and distinct. And when you play the game enough, you will learn them, and that will give you a ton of information. It's basically like having 3D vision, more or less. That's how these games are designed. And Dark and Darker follows in the footsteps, basically, of a lot
Damn, there was no
of the
napkin
other
in the bag.
Publics in that sense. Play, listen, and learn. In doing so, you're just going to get infinitely better at survival. And that is actually what I found to be one of the strong suits of solo. I've seen a lot of complaining in the community already, asking for solo queue. I don't even know how necessary that is. I feel generally at an advantage, and I've gotten a lot of extractions because as a solo player, I can listen.
Okay. Let's talk about solo play real quick. I do think we need a solo queue. Even though I haven't had as much like time with the game as other people might have, that might have a better take with me on this and more time with solo play. But I feel like solo play is a necessity because I don't really agree with him in the sense of having an advantage when you're solo. Obviously, you can adapt, which is what people have been doing, and it's what I had to do, was just adapt to knowing if I hear 3 different, things of footsteps, like, obviously, I need to avoid an area because I know that's a whole group. Or if I'm hearing spells and this and that, I'm like, okay, that's a fight. Maybe I can go in and like maybe disrupt it somehow, because I'm a rogue. I do all that. Like I totally understand where he's coming from on that there's kind of the advantage. Because when you're playing with another person, it's harder to hear all that type of stuff. But I do think that solo play is a necessity because a lot of times, even though you have that advantage, that still doesn't outweigh the advantage that of other players that have a full team have. Of even if, right, you can hear them coming, that doesn't change the fact that it's 3 against 1. And you're more than likely not going to win that 3 against 1 fight. And no matter how good you are. Like, and I won't say no matter how good you are. Like, unless you're just insanely good, right? You could do it, but it's still a huge disadvantage because you're going against 3 people that might have a wizard, they might have a cleric that can heal the wizard, and let's just say they have a barbarian or a fighter that's going to be all up in your face the whole time, and the wizard's throwing spells your way, and a cleric, any damage you do to whoever you're fighting, a cleric is healing them. Like, you can't do anything about that for the most part, right? So, I kind of disagree with him here because I feel like solo play would make it so where, you know, people who want to play with teams can play with teams and do that whole interaction and make it fair 3v3 for the most part, or v3 in comparison, you know, to having these solo queuers playing and then having to go against all of these teams of 3 or whatever it is, and then you're just kind of in a situation where, like, you're having to play on, like, X Games mode all the time if you don't want to play with other people or you don't have friends to play the game with. So that's one thing where I definitely disagree on that, because even when me and Steph were playing, it was 2 of us and we were at a disadvantage versus teams of 3. So that's just an example. Like, we lost our first fight when we went against another team, or it might have been, I think it was our first fight when we went against another team. We lost that fight because it was 3 of them. They had a cleric that was healing and they had a wizard, and then there was a fighter, I think, that was all up in Steph's face. So, like, we lost that fight just off of having a 1-man disadvantage. Imagine a 2-man disadvantage as a solo player. So, yeah, I definitely think we need a solo play. And also, like, obviously, I think also having a solo play or solo queue mode would 100% just also allow you to, like, you know, increase your skills and, like, kind of help you understand the game a bit better than playing as a team, because then you can really just focus on your individuals. And if you're, no matter what class you're going in as, you'll be able to have experience going against all the different classes and things like that as a solo queuer. You'll probably have an easier time playing the game as a solo queuer. Like, there's a lot of advantages to, like, having solo queue just across the entire player base. And I know people might have the concern of, like, splitting the player base by having the solo queue, but, like, every player base is split. Think of Overwatch. And granted, of course, it's a way bigger game in comparison, but Overwatch has open queue, quick play, competitive, arcade. Nobody's playing the same mode at the same time. You feel me? And there's still plenty of rounds and plenty of games to go into. So that's my take on it. Yeah. Anyway, the odds are just never in your favor. It's still possible, but it usually just doesn't go good. Yeah, that's the thing. It 100% is just like one of those situations where, like, you're never going to be able to beat that team of 3. Like, unless you're just insanely good. And I'm talking, you have to do almost everything right. Especially if you know, that team is well put together. Like, and it's kind of just the idea of, like, if we put like 4 players, they're all in the same level of skill. You have the three of those players are all individually on the same level as the 1 player. The 1 player is losing every time because they're going against 3 of themselves, essentially, all on the same skill level. There's nothing, and that's just the conversation here. Anyway, we're done. Let's continue.
And teams of 3,
finish this take.
Impossible. It's not okay. You could do it, but for the most part, in my experience, it is impossible for a team of 3 to remain wholly silent. And you hear a team of 3, you know it's a team of 3 because you can hear 3 sets of footsteps, multiple different attacks. It's pretty obvious. And then it's totally up to you what you do. If you feel confident, if you're well geared, if you feel capable of taking on multiple players, you can engage. You can scope it out to see if they're engaged in another fight with another team, or if they're engaged in a PvE fight in which you could third party and pick them off, or you could just turn around and run away. All of these are viable options, and all of these, in my opinion, are one of the primary perks to playing solo. Is you have an advantage if you're able to be patient. Obviously, the disadvantage, though, is if a team of 3 finds you and corners you, for the most part, you're dead, unless you're a wizard who can haste, invis, and run away, or one of the faster classes like a rogue or ranger who's capable of closing doors quickly, laying traps, going invisible, whatever. But even then, if team of 3 gets on top of you, for the most part, unless you're a wizard, you're probably going to die. Or you can just outplay them and take them out, which is certainly a possibility. I will say for all of the ragging I've done on the combat, and I know I haven't been very descriptive, it's just a very basic, every single weapon type in the game will have a variety of sort of combo attacks where basically you have 1, 2, or 3 swings. And as you chain these will attack in different directions and different types, be it stabbing or slashing or smashing or whatever at different angles. And then once you learn the attack pattern of the weapon type that you are using, that's it. Like, that is the extent of the combat system. Now, the skill essentially comes how you manage your timing of things, when to engage, and moving in and out of range of stuff. You can outplay other people basically by outranging or outmaneuvering their abilities, but in terms of the action of just left clicking, it's pretty basic, it's pretty straightforward. It's really mostly about positioning and timing and trying to do that better than your opponent to land hits and dodge theirs. That's more or less. There is skill there, but it is a very rudimentary combat system, very simplistic. It's not, don't think like Chivalry or Mordhau levels of complexity, even though it looks on the surface possibly like that because it's like a simple attack things. The complexity in that sense just isn't there, but that does not mean just because a system is simple and or clunky does not mean there's not room for skill, and does not mean there's not room for outplaying people, because there certainly is. You can absolutely outplay people.
This game is like
this fairly
crazily complex
simple combat, and that's probably the only thing that I would say is a major criticism of the game is the simplicity of it.
Like knowing when to attack and like shit like that. Like knowing when to attack is like it's honestly the biggest game of like maybe not the biggest, but even like in game like you're literally playing chess with like anybody you're going against, because it's just a matter of like spacing and distance and things like that. It's like for me at least, and why I enjoy it so much, the things like, for example, Overwatch is the game I probably have the most experience in. I'm probably like, that's probably my best game competitively. Like a lot of the things that I have to think about in Overwatch when I'm playing, for example, like a tank or whatever it is, are things I have to think about times 10 playing darker and darker, because you have to think about spacing, you have to think about what their kit is and like what they can do, things that I'm always thinking about in Overwatch. But because it's so simple, I'm not thinking of, oh, there's only 3 things. I'm thinking of one thing, but there's there's like a multitude of different things that one thing can do. And I think that's just the level of like intricacy that this game just has, that just makes it so like engaging for me. Like it's like probably one of the coolest parts of it, of the combat, because even though it's so simple and you for the most part you know what's coming, just having to play that like mental gymnastics constantly in every fight is just probably the most interesting thing for me.
If you think about it, that is something that could appeal to a larger audience. A very, very simple basic: you swing the weapon, it attacks in a certain pattern. Are you close enough to hit or are you not? That's it. That's the system. So as I mentioned earlier, there are currently 3 maps in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they add more eventually throughout the course of development, but right now there are 3. Each of them have a different layout and main.
And I haven't been across all the maps, I don't think.
The structure is the same. You're in a
maps are
dungeon
huge
with
though.
Small, tight corridors, interconnected hallways.
And you can go
There are
deeper
a
into
few
the dungeon
larger
too.
rooms on every map.
Crazy.
They're kind of more set piece areas, and then doors leading in and out of those with the occasional hidden passage or wall here and there. One thing I do really like about a few of these maps is there is a ton of verticality. There are even a few large rooms that have like 3 to 4 tiers of them, so quite a bit of height verticality that you can take advantage of, especially if you happen to be playing a wizard or a ranger. Being on the top level while there's a team below you, that's good fun, yeah. So as you're going throughout all along the way, beyond the dangers of enemy NPCs, traps, and other players, is the loot to collect. You will find loot on corpses, in chests, by breaking barrels.
Which is also another part, trying to get it and then,
on bookshelves, on
you know,
tables,
possibly use it, but also get out with it.
Some of it you can use,
hopefully.
so there are weapons and armor to find. These will come in various rarities.
Because I definitely, when I did my first run, I definitely, maybe not my first, but like my first few, I definitely, like, it was the most exciting thing ever when I finally escaped for the first time and I was able to bring all that stuff back. But the crappiest part ever was when I went back in and I overgeared myself. I literally almost had everything I just bought and everything on me, and I overgeared myself and I died because I couldn't escape. That was the worst part. But it was also more engaging. I was like, finally, I know I can, at least I know I can escape. I know how I'm probably supposed to escape, so that was cool. What have you been gaming on lately? As far as like, if you're talking about like my platform, definitely all PC. But what have I been playing lately? Of course, your Overwatch, your Valorant, you know, the staples for me, my competitive shooters, my FPSs. I've been playing Elden Ring. I just played this game called, which I'm gonna be dropping a video, on. It's a short game, but like, you know, it was interesting. I played this game called, what is it called? Oh wait, let me check. It's called, Missing Hiker. It's one of those cheese art games. If you're into like those indie horror games, VHS type games, played that. It's short, but it's cool. I tried Wild Hearts, which I was debating on streaming. I might stream it still, but the performance on Wild Hearts is kind of like, it's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. The performance for Wild Hearts is like terrible. Like, it's terrible. Even on PC, like, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to optimize the crap out of the game because it's bad. And for that game to cost almost $100, that's a whole other conversation for another day.
I think is the highest.
If I decide to play more of it, I'll probably review it.
Stats and bonuses, so
because it's kind of crazy.
Basic RPG stats like
but yeah, that's what I've been
playing
playing
lately. Willpower, and then there's knowledge and resourcefulness, which that has to do with the speed in which you like interact with things, open doors, and then also some of the items will come with perks and additional bonuses, giving like a % boost to either offensive or defensive stats. And then there are consumables like potions, bandages, health kits, campfires, and throwables, as well as treasures. These are items that are of high value for trading. You can sell them to the
This is also a really cool system. That anything you get in the dungeon, you can bring back and just sell to different like merchants and stuff. That's really cool.
You're collecting loot, and then comes the battle royale mechanics. Every few minutes, a circle of what I assume are locust or some dungeon bug grows smaller, forcing you and everyone else on the map into an ever-shrinking area. Funny enough, with how dangerous and deadly pretty much everything else is in the game, the circle mechanic is an exception. It is on the lighter side compared to most battle royale games that I've played. Not that this is a battle royale, it just has that circle mechanic, which kind of just puts a sense of urgency into the dungeon diving and exploring. But yes, there is a circle mechanic. It will continue to close. It does so in stages, getting smaller and smaller each time until the final stage where it will engulf the floor entirely. How do you deal with this? Well, through the portals. In each match,
and I also think this is like a really cool like
portals will start sprouting up that
implementation
have 2 different variants. There is the
of
escape and the descent
like the
portals.
storm
So
mechanic and the battle royale mechanic. It's a really cool like implementation.
Tavern, and the down portal basically takes you further into the dungeon. Although
considering
I don't
what type
want
of game
to spoil
this is.
particular part of the game for you, just because it was a really fun surprise on my first time through a down portal. Let me just say, I was not prepared for what awaited me below. But let's assume that as you're starting out
for the down
first
portal,
few times you actually make it and survive to an escape portal, that you'll actually just take it, which is exactly what I did. Well, in that case, congratulations, you survived, at least for now. So you're going to be taking all of the stuff that you have on your character with you, and then anything that you don't want to actually physically use for your next round, you can either sell off to one of the 12 merchants in the game. They sell an assortment of items that are on a rotating stock. Some of them will buy any gear or treasures that you don't want to keep, giving you gold in return that lets you buy whatever it is you do need. You will regularly be purchasing consumables for sure, things like health potions and bandages, as well as any gear for new characters, because yes, you're gonna die a lot.
That's one of those things I didn't buy when I first got like my first haul back to like the base.
In which case, your inventory
like that's one thing I didn't buy, and I kind of regret not buying. But at the same time, like health potions,
character, any
oh my
currency
god,
or extra gear that you find and take out by extracting. At that point, again,
and it's even better when you find them in the world.
Put it in a stash, which will then be
one thing I didn't know until after the
you do happen to die. And then
beta test is that you could find them in the chests and the crates and stuff around. I would have been breaking a lot more of those things had I known there were possible health potions in them.
Survive, extract, repeat. That whole thing, that whole process is very enjoyable. I think largely because all of the dangers and the stakes are so high that there is a level of tension every round, and it feels very rewarding when you extract. Even if I just go in and I encounter only one player, even just going through that process and getting out with like half of an inventory of stuff and getting to extract, even that feels very rewarding because you feel accomplished simply by not dying, because yes, you will die very, very often. And then I will say something else that's really been enjoyable about this game is just trying out new classes or play styles and builds. Like I said, I've leveled up a rogue, ranger, and wizard, and I've enjoyed all of them. As you play, you kill, you extract, you're going to gain experience. This levels you up, and that unlocks those additional perk slots, at which point really starts to boost your capabilities and the different ways you can play. I do still want to try the other 3 classes solo as well, the Barbarian, the Fighter, and the Cleric. Not exactly convinced that the Cleric is going to be able to do much of anything. They definitely...
I ain't gonna lie, the Cleric, oh my god. I got killed by a Cleric in one of my runs, and it was so bad. Like, legit, one of them turned off the light. Like, the Cleric turned off the torches in, like, a hallway, and that was, like, one of my first few runs, so I didn't know that those torches just weren't off. So I didn't know you had to physically turn them off, and that goes for all torches in the game. You have to turn them off from them, or, like, you know, put them out for it to be dark. So I didn't know that. I thought that was just, like, a dark hallway. I walked through this hallway, and a Cleric is, like, sitting, like, crouching near a barrel. And I walked down this hallway, and this Cleric jumps out and just, like, maces me to death, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I didn't expect it, bro. It was the craziest thing ever. I'm like, nah, bro. Nah, you gotta be kidding me, bro. And that was my first, like, PvP fight, actually. Just sitting in the corner, just camping. This Cleric was just sitting in the corner, camping, waiting to kill me in a dark-ass hallway, and my dumb ass went down the hallway. I couldn't be mad at myself. I was like... I could only really be mad at myself. I couldn't be mad at the player. I was just like, man, I'm the one who chose to walk down this hallway. It's crazy.
How successful they will be solo, but I want to try them out because it's been going through the process of leveling up, trying the different skills, and trying the different passive perks. It's been really fun to see what works and what doesn't, and seeing what you can go in and find success with, or even just survive with. On top of that, like I mentioned earlier, there is still an entire progression system that's not even in the game. This looks like a skill tree of sorts.
So I think now he's just kind of reiterating and stuff. I don't gotta watch the rest of this, but it's a good video, man. This is a good video, 100%. I can't wait to see more. Like, this is gonna be peak when like the rest of it or like when it comes back and all of it's finished. But cool, man, cool. All right, so I feel like we play games now. We've been watching videos for almost 2 hours, so we'll play some Valorant now. You know, you guys get to watch me suck. Maybe we play a little Elden Ring too, because I don't know how long I'll be streaming. I guess I'll be streaming for 4 hours again today. But we'll probably play some Valorant. Or you know what, we might try Wild Hearts just to mix it up. Because we did some Elden Ring yesterday. All right, but let me open up Val. And yeah, man, that was a productive reaction portion of the stream. I wanna like take some of like that's what I kind of want to start to do, is just like taking like clips out of my streams and just like posting them as videos, like reactions and stuff like that. Hence why I was like so like interested in finally doing it, because people would always like, some people would watch me and stuff like were always like, yo, you should watch videos and stuff like that. Especially when I was streaming on Twitch and post them on YouTube, and now I'm like full time on YouTube. I'm gonna start just doing it all together, I guess. So yeah, I'll probably post some of these throughout the week when I get some time. Well, I should have plenty of time actually this week. So I'll have plenty of time actually to get this content out. But yeah, cool. Oh, and I'm recording a video with Legend tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Me and Legend haven't played a game together in a long time. All right, let's get this Valorant going. You guys get to watch me suck. You know, hopefully we do pretty well. Cool. All right, we're gonna queue up. I'm gonna just go straight into comp, because, you know, why not? You know, no warm up. No warm up. We don't need to warm up. We just go into comp and lose. This is so irresponsible, but let's do it. Why not? Oh, there's Overwatch drops? What are they? I'll do them if they're good. I'll just look at them real quick. Twitch. I'll just check flats. What's the Overwatch drop? The Twitch drop. Flats is playing Pokemon, bro? I'm so surprised he's playing Pokemon, bro. I've never seen Flats play anything else other than Overwatch, and he's playing Pokemon right now. Where's... Alright, I guess I have to go to Seagull. Okay, Seagull's playing Overwatch. What are the drops? Oh, not now, but soon? Oh, okay. That's I guess that's why he's playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Moon. That was a surprise, man. Wow, that's a treat. And he just started, or I don't think he just started, but maybe he did. But I think he's like naming a Pokemon or something. I don't know. That's crazy. Alrighty. How are y'all doing today though? Like how's your day going so far? You know, y'all good? Y'all chilling? I hope so. Hope y'all are doing great, you know. Your boy was sleeping like well, I admit I was up really late last night.
Match found.
I played some Marvel Snap. I was running some rounds with my boy. Marvel Snap is actually a really fun game. Like I play a lot of it. You guys wouldn't believe like what collection level I am in Marvel Snap. Like Steph, don't say a word. Don't say a word.
Let's do this.
Don't say a word. But yeah, I really enjoy Marvel Snap. I want to stream that at some point. I think I kind of did a couple months ago. It was kind of like a random thing though. One thing about it is I don't know if I could stream Marvel Snap an entire stream. I don't think I could do that. Yo, I'm not a sweat, bro. Chill, dog. Chill. I used to do it when with Cardfight Vanguard. I had like whole Vanguard streams. Jeez. But it was a lot of fun back then because I used to have my bad. I used to have my Discord members in the stream in the chat. So it used to be pretty fun. It kind of makes me regret not continue to play Vanguard, but at the same time I just didn't enjoy it anymore. You have to either spend money or just put in a lot of hours to enjoy that game. Like ranked was terrible back then. I think it still kind of is bad, the ranked system, because the game is so complicated. You feel me? Like that's one of those games where like I understand why there's ranked, but it's just difficult, bro. It's difficult to hit that grind all the time because you have to play so many games, and the games can go on for so long, and the decks are so complicated. Not so much back then, but definitely now. Like the decks are really complicated now. Like I couldn't even imagine trying to play Vanguard Zero again. Like now, because I'd be so out of touch with the meta and like what the current decks are. Like it'd be bad. On top of the fact the decks that I have, I probably wouldn't even be able to keep up. It's crazy. Alrighty. Let's hope we don't suck, guys. I wanna hope we do okay, you know? Hope we're not just totally blown out.
It is strange, Sage. Where I'm from,
Alrighty.
you're no medic, only a weapon.
Oh gosh, is my ping too high? It says I got high average ping. I hope it's not because I'm streaming. I haven't had this issue with any other game. That's what makes this weird to me. Because like I don't have this issue with any other game when I'm streaming. Just this, not even Overwatch. So for me to have high average ping is kind of crazy. Someone just, what is this? Whatever. All right, let's play the game now.
Spike's down.
Well,
Spike
geez,
down.
I got high
B.
ping. I can tell. Oh yeah. Let's hope for the best. Why are we?
Spike's down.
Last player standing.
My God. My God. My God. Here we go. Here we go. We just got rushed.
Raina won't touch a soul. I'll make sure of it.
And then I got high ping for some reason. Why do I have high ping? Jeez. Why is Overwatch safer? That's what I'm curious about. Why is Overwatch safer than this? For me to have such high ping.
No charges.
This is bad. This is gonna go very well. Oh, this is gonna go very well. That's great.
One supply.
That's great.
Get out of my way.
Oh, that's great.
Last player standing.
Oh, that's great.
Spike down mid.
I'm glad someone finally said it. That we're running instead of walking. I don't know why. Let me mute my phone. I'm not about to be dealing with notifications all the time. When I have this high ass ping. Why do I have high ping? Why is my ping so high? Alright. I almost don't want to buy so much.
Isolate them and kill them.
Jeez.
Enemy spot. Cutting their vision. The hunt begins.
You're done.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Bro, what?
Last player standing.
Dog. Dog. What the heck, bro?
Still in sight. They're just batteries, and I need a recharge. We will hurt them. Spike down A.
Spike retrieved.
Reloading. Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Spike planted. Kill. Cancel.
They're nothing but flies.
Knife deployed. One suppressed.
Minion inside warrior. Healing.
I can't use that.
Barrier created.
Don't get in my way.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Killed.
For you.